What's up, guys? Your girl Lex, and I know it's been a long time, very, very long time since I've been on my YouTube, and let's just go ahead and update you guys on what I've been doing. So I'm getting ready for deployment coming up. Been having a lot of like spiritual, changes, mental changes, just a lot of changes mentally. And I think the biggest change I have or event that I've recently encountered is COVID. So everyone knows about COVID. It's all over the nation, all over the globe. It's a very deadly disease. And luckily, I actually am one of the more milder cases. So I was diagnosed about maybe like a week and a half ago that I had COVID. And it was really shocking because like I kind of knew I had it, but at the same time, like I kind of thought I was one of those people that was like, oh, you're overreacting. You probably don't have it. So it was kind of shocking when I got that like, hey, you got COVID. It's time to go. So currently I'm in quarantine right now. Clearly, I got to get better and just stay away from people. Thanksgiving just passed, so first time spending in a hotel room. Shout out to the hotel services because they did give us some really good food. But dealing with COVID. So I just mentioned I kind of knew that I had it. So what was like the telltale signs of how I thought I knew it? So first I was getting like these little bitty headaches. And I know a lot of people say like they get them as well because I was, like reading and, all the tweets and stuff. But I was getting like really mild headaches. And so I don't drink a lot of water like I should. And so I thought it was just dehydration. Like for the longest, I was like, you know what? I'm just dehydrated. So I was drinking water. And like my headaches weren't going away. So I was like, okay, I'm probably just still dehydrated. Probably not drinking enough water. So I kept drinking. It wasn't going away. So maybe like 2 days later, I started developing like this really... It wasn't like a nasty cough. Like, it was so mild. It was very like, like stuff like that. So it would mainly happen if I was like laying down on my back. Like if I was like, like laying down and like on my, Nintendo Switch or, like stuff like that, reading a book, I would get like these coughs. And so I was like, okay. And so I just healed from peritonsillar abscess, like literally maybe like a week prior to that. And so I thought maybe, okay, like maybe my lungs are just getting back used to, breathing again. Because, if you have peritonsillar abscess or you don't know what that is, it comes from strep throat. And basically I had a really intensified strep throat. So the mucus and the bacteria was like getting in my lungs. So, I just kind of thought like, okay, like, whatever. It didn't really click in my head that it was COVID. Like I thought I was like gonna be one of those people that never catches it. And I ended up taking the nose test. It was like my second time taking it. And when I was diagnosed with peritonsillar abscess, I was negative, which was a week before. So I was so confident that it wasn't COVID. And then when the test results came back 3 days later, positive. So it was, yeah. So luckily, I was diagnosed as a asymptomatic person with COVID because, again, my symptoms, yeah, I had them, but at the time of my diagnosis, I really wasn't equating them as symptoms because, again, just got done with peritonsillar abscess, so it wasn't aligning up. So following the days of quarantine, so I have not had a headache since. I do get like this burning sensation in my nose sometimes, and it's like almost equivalent to if you were about to get a nosebleed. So definitely like a weird feeling. Shout out to anyone who is or has overcame it because I've definitely heard like the more serious cases, and I know people who've had more serious cases, and it's definitely a blessing to not go through that, and it's definitely, a very sad situation. So I do want to thank God that luckily I haven't dealt with any of those issues, and hopefully I won't have to. But living with COVID for me right now is, it's very mild. I haven't actually taken any medicine because once I got put in quarantine, like clearly I didn't have the luxury of going to like a Rite Aid or a CVS or, you know, anything like that to go get medicine. I just been drinking water. So yeah, unfortunately. But yeah, dealing with COVID ever since then, and you know, I feel good. But yeah, so that's kind of my life with COVID. Moving forward, I still have to go get another test before I can go back to work clearly, and you know, get those 2 negative tests. Do I still think I have it? 9 out of 10, yeah. I was just talking to some friends who were saying like the bleeding, not the bleeding, the like the little burning is basically right before you lose your sight, Lord jeez, your sense of smell. So hopefully I don't enter I don't get that. I'm trying to use big words. I don't get that, but yeah. So that's definitely been my life with COVID. I know this is a short video, but I want you guys to definitely leave below how has your COVID experience been, or if you know anyone with COVID, how their experience has been, or if you are also like me. What is that? Did y'all see? That's like a feather. Weird. Anyways, leave below how your experience was, or if you know anyone, or just like how, you know, you've healed from COVID. I'm still definitely going through it, so I still have a few more days before my test. And hopefully, yeah, we get our first negative. So I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.